Hey everybody, it's Audra, certified bar instructor here at Fit Together in Jasper, Indiana. Today's bar class is going to be a standalone class, or you can use it as a follow-up to a great walk outside. It's designed to help open you up and get a good stretch at the end. So you will need a mat or a towel for our floor work today. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start with our feet in a parallel position, standing up nice and tall. Everything stacked up over those feet. We're gonna sit it back into chair, sinking down into the hips, putting our weight into our heels. Let's go ahead and just bring our hands into heart center. And now let's bring those arms up alongside the ears, reaching through those fingertips. And let's go ahead and add some movement for warm-up. We're gonna press those arms back, pushing into those triceps as we come to stand. Sinking down into that chair position, squat it down. Opening up in the legs, in the glutes, and through the arms and shoulders. Keep that center drawn in for support. Few more like this. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold this last one up. We're gonna balance on our right leg and bring that left toe out to the side. Hover it up. Pull that center in and lift up tall. Find your balance and extend those arms up. Pushing that leg long to the side. We're gonna start with some circles. Movement is coming from up high in the hip and glute, not from the knee. Lock that knee in place. Keep that abdominal wall fully engaged to help for support. You can also bring that hand down to your support if you need it, for a little extra balance help. One more time around, and now let's reverse. Three more. Here's 2. Last one. Go ahead and hold it out there. Lift a little taller. Reach it to the ceiling. And lower it back down. Moving back into that squat work. This time, bring those arms all the way to the ceiling and extend up through the spine. Still pushing into those triceps. Keep that abdominal wall pulled in. Just a few more of these. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring it on up. This time we're going to take the other toe out to the side. Hover it up. Keep a softness in that standing knee. Pull in that center. Point the toe. Push it long, and let's start those circles. Moving in one direction, finding your full range of motion. Again, work coming from up here in the hip and glute, not from your knee. Feel that rotation in the joint. One more time around. And then reverse, other direction. Three more times around. Here's 2. Last one, hold that leg out there, lift a little higher. And bring it down. Go ahead and wiggle that out a little bit. All right, moving into our next segment. Our feet are gonna come to a first position. Heels are together, toes are turned out. We're gonna lift up onto the toes and then slide those heels in so they're touching again. Everything's stacked up over those feet, abdominal fully engaged. See if you can extend those arms up and take a balance here. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna keep those arms up, but we're gonna sink down in our legs. Take that tailbone down towards the heels. Let the knees come out over the toes. Everything's still stacked up on top. Shoulders over hips, center pulled in. We're gonna press our palms together here, forming diamond shapes in our arms and in our legs. Balance it out, open that chest. And from here, we're gonna sink it down and press it up. Just a couple of inches down and up, down and up. In the arms, we are pushing those palms together, creating resistance, making those arms work a little bit. This is a fluid movement. Try and keep it smooth and controlled. Modification, you can always drop those heels down. And almost there. Here's 3, 2. This one we're gonna hold down a little deeper and we're gonna pulse. This is a 1/2 inch, tiny little movement up and down. Digging deep into those quads. Keep that belly pulled in as well. Make sure you're not holding your breath here. Keep a nice breath rhythm going. Almost through with these pulses. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it down. One more time. All right, bring those hands down to your hips. From here, we're gonna take that tailbone and we're gonna tuck it under by squeezing the glutes and pushing the hips forward. Then we're gonna relax it back down to its start position. So squeeze and tuck, release. Squeeze and tuck, release. All right, repeating that. Tuck, release. 3 more at this pace. Last one like this. We're gonna pick up the pace a little bit. So it's a tuck, tuck. Keeping bend in the knees, keeping everything tall and lengthened up top. Just a few more, you got this. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold the tuck and sink it down just another inch. Balance it out. Keep that chest open. Roll those shoulders back. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend it up and lower those heels. Great job. Shake those legs out. Go ahead and grab a drink of water. And let's go ahead and move into our next segment. We're gonna be doing some rear corner lifts. So let's go ahead and get our feet underneath us. Toes are pointed forward. We're gonna take our left leg straight back, hinging forward slightly, bending into that standing knee. Pull the center in, shoulders round and back. Point the toe on that leg. So we're gonna take that leg up to an angle, the rear corner, and then we're gonna lift it and lower it back down. So it's a lift and lower, lift and lower. This work can be done using your support to hang on to. You can also bring your hands to your hips and work in balance. We're pushing into resistance up there. So as you find it, as you lift that leg, hit that resistance and then push a little deeper into it. That's where the strength work comes into play. Three more like this. Two. We're gonna hold this last one up there. So hold that leg in place. Push that leg long, point that toe. And we're gonna pulse it 1 inch up and down. Work coming from up high in the glutes, not from your knee. Keep that knee locked in place, abdominals engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there one more time. Extend those arms. Balance it out. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. We're going to turn and go into a lunge setup. So that leg is going to come forward. We're going to sink back into this one and then bend both of the knees. Front knee should be right over the heel. Shoulders should be stacked up over the hip. You should feel a nice stretch right here in this hip flexor area. So we're just gonna hold here in balance. Pull that center in tight for support. Sink it down just a little lower if you can. And if you want, you can extend those arms up to lengthen up in the spine. And we're just gonna add a little pulse here. 1 inch up and down. Counting down, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it down a little bit deeper. You can bring those hands to heart center or to your hips. Sink it down. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, turn it back to the front, and bring those legs together. All right, we're going to those rear corner lifts on the other side. So go ahead and take your right leg straight back. Hinge it forward slightly in the hips and pull that abdominal wall in tight. Open the chest. And from here, we're gonna take that toe and we're gonna lift the leg up to the rear corner and then lower it back down to that start position. So lift, lower, lift, lower. Again, we're seeking that resistance. As soon as you find it, push a little deeper. Push, push. Make sure you're keeping that abdominal wall pulled in tight. That's supporting this lower back in this movement. So very important. And again, this work can be done in balance, or you can hold on to that support, keeping a hand there, just to help keep you a little bit more stable so you can focus on that movement. All right, we've got a few more of these. Keep that softness in that standing leg. Here's 3, 2. Hold this one up there. Balance it out. Push this leg straight and long. Push through that knee. Here we go, pulse it out. Make sure you pull that belly in just a little tighter. Point that toe. We're looking at just an inch up and down here. It's a tiny little movement, but we're digging deep into those glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it to a hold. Let's balance it out and extend those arms one more time. Pull that center in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. All right, we're gonna turn into that lunge. So setting up the legs, we're gonna bend in both knees, keeping that front knee over the heel. Pull that center in, keep your shoulders stacked up over the hips. Sink it down. We're just holding here for a moment, getting a nice stretch in that flexor. And if you want, you can balance it up Extend those arms along the ears. And here we go with that pulse. 1 inch up and down. Take time to focus in on that breath. Keep it flowing. Almost there on these pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it to a hold one more time. You can bring those hands into heart center. A little deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up and open it back up. All right, walk those feet in and shake them out. All right, we're gonna head into our planks. So go ahead and pull out your mat if you haven't already. We're gonna start on the back of the mat, getting those feet lined up and bring those arms, extend them up overhead. We're gonna do a little forward fold, taking it down to the floor, and then we're gonna walk out into our plank. Modification, you can just come straight into your plank from your hands and knees. We're gonna get our wrists underneath the shoulders. Feet are hip width apart. Most important thing here is that you're focusing on that abdominal wall, pulling it tight, like it's laced up with a shoelace, into the spine. Keep those hips in line between the shoulders and the heels. For a modification, you can always take it down to your knees here, still working on building endurance in the core, taking a little strain off that back. Planks can also be done on a kitchen countertop or the back of a sturdy couch or chair. So we're focusing now in on our posture and our breath, making sure our form is not shifting in any way, keeping everything in alignment, and focusing in on that steady breathing rhythm in and out. Dig deep here. You should feel every muscle in your body working. Planks are so great for building endurance and also building balance and strength in the body. All right, we are almost there. Counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees down. We're gonna move now into some leg drops. So we're gonna shift onto our backs on our mat. From a seated position, go ahead and roll it all the way down flat. We're gonna bring both legs, extend them straight to the ceiling, push that low back into the mat to the point you might even feel your hips lift up a little bit. To help keep that back connected, you can always slide your hands under your hips here to help lift them slightly, just to push that spine down. So from here, we're gonna start with our right leg. We're gonna lower it down to a hover and lift it back up. Same side, right leg. Keeping it as straight as you can, point that toe. We are targeting abdominal wall right now. Even though it's our legs that are working, you should feel the front part of your core working overtime. Keep it connected to the spine and keep that spine connected to the mat. We've got a few more on this side. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg back up, switching to the other side. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Check in on that center. It's so easy to forget. You want to keep wonderful form through this whole movement. Keeping that core engaged and that spine connected. Push those legs long. Just a few more on this side. Here's 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and bring those feet to a first position. Heels are together, toes are turned out.
Keeping those heels connected, we're gonna bend the knees and drop those heels down towards the floor. Then press those legs long, pushing the heels up to the ceiling. So lower them down and press. Lower and press. Keep those heels connected. Keep that abdominal wall pushing down towards the floor. Just a few more of these. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Extend those legs, turn the feet back to parallel, and then pull those knees into the chest. Great job on the bar work today. We're gonna move into a short stretch segment to try and open up everything that has gotten tight. Go ahead and place your feet on the floor, and we're gonna roll up to sit. Bring it on up, and then we're gonna come back to our feet for a standing stretch. So bring it on up nice and tall, feet planted firmly underneath you. You can use your steady spot here if you need to for balance. We're gonna take our left foot and pull it into the heel, push that knee down to the floor, push the hips forward, squeeze those glutes a little bit. You should feel a deepening in the stretch in that flexor area and through the quad. Make sure you're nice and tall and lifted. And release that foot. Go ahead and cross it over the opposite knee. Let this knee open up, and we're gonna drop it down, sitting back into the hips, opening up the backside. This is a great stretch for after you walk. And bring it up to stand. This foot's gonna cross over the other side. Pull those legs tight together with a flat back. We're gonna hinge it forward. And you can rest those hands on the lower back. Keep that head just sticking out straight from the spine. And bring it back on up to stand, uncross those feet. We're gonna balance on the other side now, pulling that right heel into the glute, aim that knee to the floor. Squeeze the glutes and push the hips forward. And release that foot. Let's cross it over the other side and sink it down. Little deeper. And bring it on up to stand. Go ahead and take that foot and cross it over the other. Lift tall, pull those legs together, pull that belly in, flat back, hinge it forward halfway and hold. And bring it back on up to stand. Uncross those feet. We're gonna bring those arms and extend them up overhead, pressing the palms together. Lift tall and then bend those elbows. Let the fingertips drop down between the shoulder blades. And extend those arms back up, drop them down, sink into the knees a little bit, still stacking the shoulders over the hips. We're gonna take the elbow and pull it around with a twist and hold. Bring it back to center, other side, twist. And bring it back to center. Arms are gonna extend back up again. Scoop in the belly. We're gonna fold it forward. Take it all the way down. Pull the body towards your legs. And let the head just hang. And slowly, one vertebra at a time, let's roll it on up. Take the shoulders back. We're gonna take our head off to the left. Let those arms just hang loose to the side, stretching out the neck and into that trap. And bring it back to center. Now to the right. And back to center. Bring your chin down to your chest. And now lift your head and tip it back. And bring it back to center. Thank you so much for joining me for barre class today. Hope you feel refreshed and stretched out. Have a wonderful and beautiful day.